Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. My people, Nigerians are overwhelmed with the type of news that we have been hearing like since 2 days now concerning Nigeria. Like, first one was how Canada denied the Chief of Defense Staff visa. Then the second one was how this Binance executive accused this Tinubu government with a lot of unbelievable things, my people. And then comes this bombshell where the congressman exposed how USAID is funding Boko Haram. And again, look at this breaking news today. So after the congressman exposed how USAID is funding Boko Haram, then Boko Haram terrorists attack Nigerian army base, kill 3 soldiers, steal gun trucks in Borno. So a lot of people are now saying that Boko Haram, they are kind of angry because they have been exposed. So because of this, they're going to be like a lot of attacks in Nigeria. My people, what do we do? Like, where do we go from here? After all these informations, are we going to keep folding our arms and then keep watching, and then whatever that is happening in Nigeria will keep happening? Like, what are we going to be doing with all this information? Because this is really, really too much, my people. Let me allow you guys to listen to what Barrister Darlington have to say concerning all this matter, because I love to listen to Barrister Darlington. He always hit the nail on the head. Just take a listen, my people.
Of course, you already know what's going on in the country. First is the incident of the funding of USAID, the funding by USAID or USAID, as would call it. So today, it was revealed today. In fact, what's his name? David Hundeyin has been following up stories and alleging to how the Western world, especially the United States, may have been responsible for the underdevelopment of Africa and the troubles in some parts of the world. And this investigation almost was proven today to be about true with the revelation by a U.S. Congressman, one Scott Perry, we can come out, can talk, say, as they investigate the bad things for Elon Musk office through the Office of Good Governance and Efficiency. Did they investigate the things the way they carry government money do? And they come find and say the U.S. government under the administration of Barack Obama, Joe Biden, be they spend money to the tune of over $690 million, where they use every year. $690 million every year, where did they use fund Boko Haram, ISIS, and other terrorist organizations? Marisa Darlington, allow me to put mouth for this matter.
Yeah, Precious.
Yes, sir.
I am not surprised.
Why, sir?
You know, the colonial masters are not done with Africa yet.
Oh, wow.
They are not done with Africa because of the type of leaders we have. They are now enslaving us through our leaders. They choose those who can play ball with them and then do business with them to the detriment of Africans or Nigerians and the economy. This thing they are telling you now, please, can you mention any other Western country where they are playing this game? It can't happen. It's always in Africa because you need aid. You need aid for everything. You need aid for malaria. You need aid for typhoid. You need aid to even eat food. You need aid to conduct election. You need aid for everything. So you think the man that is paying you this, giving you this money, he will not dictate the tune. He will dictate the tune, no. So that's why when they give you all these days, some of us who have insight will tell you this doesn't come.
So you feel that because of the AIDS they wanted to give us, now make this kind of thing they happen?
Of course.
How?
I just ask you here, can they do it in China? Can they do it in India? So you have become a weak government. Your economy, your government, they are weak. And so somebody is lashing on it. Yes, if we have a strong economy and a good leadership, they won't even come close. They won't come close. I said, mention any other Western country where this US is doing this thing. They can't go there. It's not possible.
So Barrister Darlington, this is a very, very serious matter because whether we like them or not, this thing gets implications. You understand?
Of course.
In fact, make we just quickly go play a video of where the U.S. Congressman talk the thing, make you understand exactly what's in talk, and then we'll go back to speaking about the implication of this matter, because it would be very important make we understand and get a perspective to the conversation. Make country people also see and see the video and watch them by themselves so that they will make their own decision. So let's see if I can get that video. Is it playing? Yes.
Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman. Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan.
We say we know the Taliban don't let them educate girl children. Barrister Darlington, wetin dis tell, especially in the aspect of the sponsorship of Boko Haram, we don the ravagers, and understanding say Barack Obama na black president to come support this kind of thing against his own black people.
My dear, when it comes to country's interests, anything can be taken down just for the sake of your country's interests. You remember when they entered Pakistan to take down Osama bin Laden?
Yes. I
They-
never even
they-
talk of Syria here now.
Good. They broke all international law. America broke it just to get this man. It's like an invasion. They invaded Pakistan. And so when you have power, your might is right. In international diplomacy, might is right. If you have that, power, you can get away with so many things and nothing will happen. That's the truth. So I wasn't surprised when this thing came up, because over the years, there have been, series of revelations about how America is funding terrorism all over the world.
So Barrister Darlington,
They used Osama bin Laden when they were fighting. What is it called now? When they were fighting in Afghanistan.
okay, Saddam Hussein them and all those cases.
They were the one that raised them. And when they are done, they now decimated them. So that's what they do, America. That's what they do. They were the one that raised Saddam Hussein when they were fighting Iran.
So Barrister Darlington, in a recent interview, they asked the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, about why in things say terrorism they persist for inside Nigeria. 10 to 15 years now, we've done the struggle, the fight with terrorism. And within these years, security don't top our budgets for inside the country. But this thing no one stop. If they waiting answer the Al Jazeera presenter, we tell them. And make we go here waiting and answer the Al Jazeera presenter, because it is very, very important. It tell the Al Jazeera presenter something we get to do with international funding. And it can't be like, say, this thing where they happen now, don't confirm that's in when talk. Maybe could it be the reason why Nigeria is helpless in the fight of terrorism? Let's get to see that video.
Force. I wonder, in your mind, whether any of this may have strengthened your enemy. We've talked about a period of 15 long years here. We've talked about playing an almighty game of catch-up. But in the meantime, we've seen Boko Haram regroup, regroup, and regroup. What is your answer to that? That you have in some way fed the insurgents?
The problem is that I think we've talked to international community. Let's find out the funding. When they started surrendering, by the time we left, so as we speak, we have over 120,000 that have surrendered. Most of them, when you find them, they are coming with hard currencies. How did they get them? How are they funded? How did they get the training? How did they get the equipment?
What is your suspicion?
Well, maybe an international conspiracy. You don't know. Who knows? How are they be able to sustain themselves for 15 years? That is one question I think everybody should ask himself. For Nigeria to be able to hold them, and you go to Nigeria, everything seems to be working well.
You must have an idea. I mean, let's not talk about international conspiracy theories. Let's give some hard facts.
Well, I just leave it at that. I'm sure they know, and I'm sure everybody knows that these are the challenges we're facing that needs to be addressed. So the UN need to come in to ensure that, because we need to trace the funding. How are they sustaining themselves for 15 years?
What does the UN coming in mean? What does that look like?
Track the funding. It's international flow. We don't have control over that.
I wonder, in your mind, whether any of this may have strengthened your enemy. We've talked about a period of 15 long years here. We've talked about playing an almighty game of catch-up. But in the meantime, we've seen Boko Haram regroup, regroup.
Here what's in General Christopher Musa talk based on that video we will play and that interview we they get with Al Jazeera. And then you also hear within the House of Reps, the Congressman for US talk, when named Scott Perry. So waiting you get to talk about this matter.
Pressure, when a country is weak, all manner of people will be trampling on their rights.
So it feels like because in Nigeria they're weak.
If Nigeria not day weak, how can this type of thing be happening? And the whole chief of defense staff is aware and they're not doing anything about it. Can one terrorist enter US? Even if he's sponsored by God. No, tell me.
Okay.
Even if he's sponsored by God, can one terrorist enter US and last 1 hour there? So that's what happens when you are weak. Some of them cannot even confront US with this revelation talk. Tinubu cannot talk.
What?
I remember
somebody they beg Tinubu say make you no go talk. I just say for my
Bolaji Akinyemi. He said make you no
just talk to Donald Trump. Make you no find trouble. Good. Make you keep him on the low.
When one boy called Motalab wanted to bomb American Pan Am airline. This is
when make they begin tell us when they carry perfume setting this thing they travel again.
Good. That boy was born and bred in America. It's just that he has a Nigerian parents. And for that reason, Obama concluded that the boy was a terrorist from Nigeria. He forgot that the boy was groomed in America.
In America, in their country.
They wanted to come and bomb Nigeria. Obama was threatened until the federal government, under Jonathan, I think, now sent a high-powered delegation to America to go and tell them that, look, that boy is not from Nigeria. We were not even born in Nigeria. He's one of you here. You know? He's one of you here. So why would you now say he's a Nigerian, this and that? When it is bad, it's Nigeria. When it's good, it's America. So that explanation helped to down the tension. If not, Obama was to bomb Nigeria.
So, but Barrister
something that does not concern us.
Barrister Darlington, before we talk before that other live, so in case you want to catch up with the conversation and the videos, you can go watch the previous live. I'm sorry, and that's why I'm not deleting it. So why will be the talk for the other live? Why person like Obama would be responsible? Because now for your administration, this funding of Boko Haram, ISIS, Al-Qaeda and other terrorist organizations start. So why it be a person way from Africa go support anything we go undo in one African brothers?
You have forgotten that this is a country's interest. In fact, a lot of infamy happened under Obama, including this immoral behavior and all that. Lesbianism,
homosexuality.
He brought it into America.
He brought.
Yes.
I take brought them.
He made it a state policy whereby it was endorsed and people start being ungodly. And that's what Donald Trump have come to reverse. That he want to take the American back to God.
So reversing it now with Donald Trump, people they talk say Donald Trump actually come to reverse him, or he just come to pay back because of say Biden administration indict him of corruption.
No.
So now what's he making just come to expose everything where Democrats and don't do before?
No, what is bad is bad. Like this ungodly behavior. When he said that we only have two gender, male and female. I mean, is that not a good this thing? So what happened was that when Obama was in office, he wanted to impress the American public. Remember, but it was in his first term that all this thing was going on. He wanted to impress the American people that look,
a black man can do a lot of things.
Even though he has
a black root,
a linkage with Kenya, that his root is from Kenya, that is not for anybody except America. In fact, when he brought down Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, that was when American people accepted him fully, because they all have a Muslim background. Obama, Osama.
So they say if you go feed drum to your people, and be say we believe, say you really.
Yeah. So that was what Obama was doing to impress the American public that he doesn't have sentiment against any black man or whatever, or Kenyans.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, make we just go straight to waiting they happen because of time, to waiting they happen to the House of Representatives. This kind of expose way former Binance, you want land for this thought?
Yes, I've not exhausted this what the Chief of Army Staff was saying. Precious.
Sir?
Now, the Nigerian government is saying this, that they cause some people with dollars and foreign currency, and they don't know where it's coming. Please, does it take rocket science for you to trace where they get the money and who gave them the money? Is it not a collaboration with Nigerian officials that those money got into their hands? Is it not with collaboration with Nigerian officials? Because without internal collaboration, external aggression will not take place.
So whether international community they complicit or not, it get to do with.
Yes,
that is not the rats where they house. They take the one where they bush.
So when you have seen it, what are you doing as a person? Are you not the one trying to even validate what was going on by pampering terrorists? When you capture them, you rehabilitate them and all that. You are the one aiding and abetting this, and you are the one complaining. If you have been frontal with the terrorists and their peer masters see what is going on, they will cheer. They will say, no, these people are becoming serious. So the way they are handling these guys, we can no longer sponsor them more. It will end. Precious, it will end. But the Nigerian government is so weak that they can't even confront their enemy. You have seen all this, you have discovered it, but what are you doing? Nothing, because you are weak. You are weak. I told you that under Tinubu presidency, Nigeria is going to lose a lot. The blackmail will be so much that Tinubu will be helpless. There's nothing he can do. If you talk too much, FBI will release more serious documents about him. So he had to keep quiet and allow them to be doing whatever they are doing. That's what is going on. Ask yourself, why is it that under him these things are coming out? Under him, all these revelations. Did you know about it before? It's because they have seen a weak man in government. That's why when Tinubu is saying this and that, my tax reform, you are just a local champion. In the international community, you have no say.
Barrister Darlington, talking about international community, Thai Grand Gambaryan, the Binance executive, he can't talk a lot of things. So he indicts your NSA, your national security advisor, your friend, Nuhu Ribadu. Talk say, now Nuhu Ribadu bad character, now he make Biden no fit see Tinubu. When he go for that United Nations Congress, when he go. Say, because saying they overshow himself, to say he don't come embarrass the country too much in front of the international community. Say that when he make Joe Biden no agree see Tinubu. Say even when he go hire a US lawyers for him release, say they no agree answer him because they look and say this Barrister Darlington. Wetin this one mean? We be saying a foreign person come they talk. We never enter the part when you talk about our corruption, no bribery and corruption. We even put as security agencies, our own FBI, aka DSS, make them complicit for bribery. Wetin this mean?
It means that even thank God that somebody have observed it. I told you that the way Yoruba is talking is in fact is done diplomatic. He's not talking like a cultured government official of that height. The way he has been talking and handling issues, it is tainted with arrogance, impunity. Yes. He's not
like the go to hell when take Canada yesterday.
Exactly. All these things will tell you the character we are talking about here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this man was the first EFCC chairman, and he did a lot of work there. All of a sudden, because he had joined APC, he had changed. Everything about him has changed. That is why it is always very important. Choose your friends, because there's a friend you be relating with. All of a sudden, the character of that person will now impact on you. You won't even know when you are taking part of the character of the friend you are moving with. That's why it is said that if you tell me your friends, I'll tell you whom you are. Since Irubadu joined APC, he has been talking and behaving anyhow. Look at how he brought out a very scandalous statement that the military and police are selling arms to terrorists. The arms and ammunition bought for them, they are selling it to terrorists. A very big scandal. That thing finished the military. So if you are doing this, then what is the impression now that you want this thing to end? And the same man came out after this Canadian thing happened, that they are fighting, they are doing this, we're a strong country, we need to rebuild our country. Look at contradictory statements. You say that these people are selling arms they bought for them to terrorists. Does it mean that a man doing this want this thing to end? He doesn't want it to end. So why are you not coming and say we are fighting? Our men are all over the place doing this, doing that, from the east, from north, from this. You are just contradicting yourself. Instead of you to punish those you have found to be culpable, and make a scapegoat of somebody, you didn't. You just make careless statements that will haunt you tomorrow. The one you said the other time is still haunting you, and you are trying to deny it, and you are making more arrogant statements that will haunt you tomorrow. At the end of the day, you start looking for somebody to blame. These people, when they're in government, they forgot that tomorrow will come. They believe that they are in power, nothing will happen. No, that power cannot be forever. No matter what you do, it can never be forever.
But Mr. Darlington, for somebody we know be from our country to open my talk, say our own national security advisor embarrass Nigeria. What's this thing mean to us as a country?
It means that we don't have guidelines. We don't have decorum. We don't have what do you call it? Engagement, templates. When you want to engage the international community, my dear, it is a professional job. You don't just go there to display your arrogance and think that anybody will listen to you. Like this thing, he told Canada, go to hell. If Canada now said, okay, want to go to hell, oh yeah, this, we are not doing it again. Because they have bilateral relationship. We have bilateral relationship with the Canada. Your economy and everything about you is down. You need the help of these people, and you are telling them go to hell. What does that mean? That's not how to talk. Seriously, that's not. Unfortunately, Tinubu cannot even call anybody to order. You see it? If Tinubu would have even asked this man to go, you know, when they gave him that appointment, some of us said that he is not qualified for that position.
The NSC.
Yes.
Because in position for police, no reach that level.
He not reach. Yes. And
so you feel say they show say he not really qualified.
Yes, he don't display. He has displayed because there is no maturity. Under his watch, look at what is going on. Insecurity everywhere. Yet he has not been able to do something substantial, something outstanding to say yes.
But you talk say for the first time, the military, the different military, these things they don't they work together. But Barrister Darlington,
it is not true. It is not true. If they are working together, how come the military and the police are selling arms to terrorists?
Barrister Darlington, make we leave your friend no hurry about to smoke. Come enter inside waiting more of the things we Tigram and Brian talk. Barrister Darlington, They say your House of Representatives, especially the committee where they in charge of fighting corruption, they aid and support corruption by asking the young man where be say then hold, make it be say he
Let him
give
bring
them
more
money.
money.
But incidentally, the man don't even insult on her. They can't insult on her. He say they just be they use Binance. Say Tinubu government they use them be use Binance to cover up in policy failure. Hey, the thing pain my head when I hear it. I say, Barrister Darlington, for somebody we know from our country to talk this kind of thing about our country, you talk a lot of things, so
Yes,
you expose your House of Rep members, even though say one of them don't come out now, come talk, say no, not be me, oh, I'm not there involved, though, I'm not that. In fact, if the man go fit beat his chest, show evidence, then I go resign. But Barrister Darlington, before I begin name them, I beg, go ahead and respond first.
What the man said is not new. Precious.
Sir?
Yes, this same National Assembly. You remember that they are clearing budget presentation. That of federal universities.
Hey,
I've told their VC to bring certain amount of money before they can clear.
they can clear. They can't talk say na dollars so they see same.
Good. So that one, share na lie, about 400 million naira. Is that one? It wasn't Banner that said it. This man said is what we know. Even
So that means this bribery they their blood, they blood.
That $150 million
Dollars
is true. The man said it earlier on. It's just that we didn't pay attention until he went to US now and he's singing like a lady. Everything that man he said is true. Okay, look at how the other man escaped.
Okay, can you imagine from a security system.
Somebody aided him and he entered the plane and left this country. Somebody aided him. Is that not true? Money exchange hands.
Hell,
money exchanger
inside our country.
National Security Advisor is there. He's there. Yes, no head the road. Nobody was brought to account because such a high profile suspect, you don't give him that freedom to go and pray. To go, they even detain them in a hotel. Not even.
No, you know, our cell, no, they detain them.
You can imagine that kind of.
Our cell level, no day, no day where.
As long as you're a suspect, you must go there. But you can see what happened. So that will tell you that what Banner's man is saying is a fact. In Nigeria is heavily corrupt, Precious. It has gone through the roof.
Barrister Darlington, this particular corruption only come be like say, then how come they do well for corruption index?
Because if the head is rotten, how do you think the body will be okay? The man heading you, how corrupt, how clean is he? Who is your president? When I was shouting during that time that this presidency, it will cost Nigeria. In fact, the image damage will be unrepairable in the next 100 years. I said it, and I knew what I was saying. This Tinubu, with all the things that came out, my dear, we have not seen anything yet, though. We have not seen anything yet.
Darlington, what's in the image get to do with anything?
When you're a leader, your number one image maker have no image. What do you think will happen to that country?
Oh, but our president gets image now. Our president now, one person will be said don't leave almost everything when he aspire to be for life.
No, believe what those things. I said, with what you know about Tinubu today, can you be so proud of him as your president? Can you? No, with what you know about him today, that has not even been able to explain to anybody, can you be proud of him today? From what we know in Nigeria here, to what came out from Chicago, to what came out from US. Please, can you beat your chest and say, yes, we have somebody with integrity who can go out there and speak on our behalf? Please, can you?
Sir?
No, can you?
Sir?
So you can see now, that is the beginning of the problem. So when we are telling you that leadership is not for everybody, you people don't understand. It's not about, it's not enough for you to wangle your way, bribe everybody, use money, do this and that. We don't even know who sponsored his election. Whether they are his friends from Colombia
but Barrister Darlington now, should be one northern chief come tell us say our president say now using money.
You can say anything, we can say anything, but what we have on ground does not show, because a lot of money have disappeared from this country, and we don't know who they gave it to. We don't know who they gave it to. We don't. They have used our resources to go and pay for their bad image and somewhere else. So you cannot rule it out. The facts are there. Unfortunately, we don't have a National Assembly that can checkmate Tinubu and his executive. So things are just upside down. Precious, things are upside down. Nobody can account for the money of subsidy, whatever. Money is just being taken out. Remember when Interpol said that every 1 hour?
Hey, said hundreds of thousands of dollars they leave Nigeria every 1 hour. But let's assume that it's only $100,000 every 1 hour. In 24 hours.
So that will tell you, and yet they say we don't have money. Have you seen my quarrel with this man? Have you seen it now? Have you seen it now? So when I'm talking about it, I have my facts. Tinubu will cause more problem for Nigeria. I'm not joking. By the time he's done, Nigeria will be fighting for, will be gasping for breath. We see this Tinubu presidency. By the time he's done, Nigeria will be in ICU, intensive care unit.
How
don't deceive yourself thinking that he can't, because you cannot give what you don't have.
But Barrister Darlington, our presidents, they talk, say some of the things and way people no fit get, other leaders no get the mind, they have to be to
leave
do the decisions and way don't take. So in they bold, in be one of the presidents who don't they bold to take the tough decisions.
What was that? What was
relevant subsidy?
I didn't see you.
Floating the naira.
Hold on, you have started. You are taking me there again.
Sorry.
This subsidy, I have analyzed it to everybody who care to listen. Tinubu did not remove any subsidy.
How?
If he did, how come he went to go and borrow money from IMF and World Bank, 1.4 billion, to show up the same subsidy he removed? Please tell me. Or is that not a fact? Precious, is that not a fact? That Tinubu borrowed money specifically to cushion the effect of the subsidy he removed.
That was
so, but the subsidy was meant to bring
to reduce our expenses, to save money.
Yes, subsidy was supposed to make us live in paradise here. So where is the paradise? Subsidy was believed to benefit the poor of the poor. Is that not what he said? That is only the elite of the elite that are benefiting from subsidy. Precious, please, can you tell me? Can anybody in Nigeria come out and tell me now how the poor are benefiting from subsidy?
But governors, they get money. So the governor supposed
to... Hold on. The money the governors, don't go there. Look at the executive, the federal. Because when the mother hen is chewing something on the ground, the chickens are looking at the mouth. If the federal,
so they copy the way the chicken.
Yes, if the federal money got it right, because they are getting the lion's share. You don't need to talk about the states. So when you are telling everybody the states are getting, have they come to tell you how much they are getting? Remember when they said that they gave each state 30 billion the other time? It was only Makinde that said, no, nobody gave us any money. Precious, is that not true?
Yes. And
good. So all this
nobody give us any
good.
money.
Let them publish how much the states are getting. Precious, let them publish it.
But they will just talk how much they share.
They talk about, let them publish it. Let them publish it so that people can track it.
So that they go hold their governors accountable.
Like that time they told you that they gave a governor 30 billion. If not for Makinde, did any governor talk? All of them kept quiet so that they don't offend Tinubu and his propaganda. So this propaganda has been going on. It's just that nobody wants to unravel it. Nobody wants to reveal it. Every time the states are getting this, what are they getting? The inflation in the country have cleared that whatever they are getting in the first place. Precious, do you know that?
So the more money where they get, inflation don't throw away I'm already.
Good. So what are you now saying? Do you know that your 30,000 naira minimum wage has more power as at that time than your 70,000 naira today? Are you aware?
That's so.
So whatever you say, government, your inflation have cleared everything that you are giving them. It would have been more useful to them if inflation is not this high. So when people are talking, you don't compare incomparable. Governments are getting inflation rate. You are the federal government. Are you doing well? As to say, use yourself as an example. At least if you want to challenge the governors now, say, at least look at what the federal is doing or another. The federal is borrowing money, Precious.
Yes, sir.
They are borrowing money. So is that competence? Is that managerial skill? and you are blaming the states.
But Barrister
that
Darlington,
means if given the opportunity, the states can equally go and borrow because they are not meeting up.
But Barrister Darlington, lots of people they talk say nothing dey wrong with borrowing, and Nigeria get the capacity.
Everything is wrong in Nigeria. Everything is wrong in borrowing because I won't borrow you. We share the money.
Yeah,
we share the money. You like share the gala, share the blues. We share the money in Nigeria. We don't borrow for whatever.
Share the gala, share the blues.
Yes, we don't borrow for implementation of project and all that. We just borrow and share.
No, but each of the money we borrow gets a purpose. They will be borrowed for.
In that purpose,
like we don't borrow money for rural electrification like 2-3 times.
I am coming. Hold on.
Sir, okay,
maybe
sir,
you
sorry,
don't
sir.
know.
Okay.
Under Buhari, Amechi went to China and borrowed 3 billion to do Warri port. Listen very well, oh. Amechi opened him and told the whole world that he had collected the money. The money is already with us. He had $3 billion. Now, what is the problem? The ports they agree with Chinese people supposed to be 14 meters deep. But when Amechi and his people were doing, they do 7 meters deep. When Chinese company came and saw what was, they said, no, we cannot put our hand here. This is not what we agreed. This is not what we agreed. And that was how that money died and Warri Port died.
So
that money they borrowed though.
So,
precious.
Sir?
So is that part of the money you borrowed for a project? Is that a project? Where's the project? If the money they have been borrowing is being used, precious, Nigeria will be heaven. $142 trillion debt. Where is that kind of money in Nigeria? Where? Can you mention where that kind of debt has been implemented in? At least if you borrow money to do something, precious, you and I will see it now. The rail project, where is it? The road, where? Because these have been the major thing that they have been borrowing money for. Where is the rail project? Where is the federal roads? Nothing. Precious, nothing. Meanwhile, you are owing 142 trillion naira now and still counting. And still counting, yes. And still counting. So what are you telling me?
Yeah, but Barrister Darlington, remember say we change office, and as we change office, we change government. That is government change hand. And as government change hand, we get to renovate houses, build new houses, buy new cars, even change jets. Because this now paraphernalia, paraphernalia of office. Things where people will go do the work for us need to do the work. So we could just give them time. This is just the beginning.
No. Precious.
Sir?
That is the attitude of a man who came to plunder.
Hey, how?
A man who came to plunder. You want to empty the purse and the pocket without caring of the consequences and the implications. Somebody came to Argentina and discovered that, look, things are not working well. And for the past 135 years, they have not balanced their budget. This man said it will not happen under my watch. Under 2 years, the man did everything and balanced the budget.
He never reached 2 years because he entered the same time. If President Tinubu entered like 4 months before.
Good. So what are you telling me? You mean
so that means if Argentina go feed do am, we supposed to feed do am. That means our inability to do am now because of say
we have a bad people in office. Yes. So don't deceive yourself. Look at what that man has done. Is that not what you are copying? Our own is the opposite. Look at even Ghana here. Look at what Mahama is doing. The ministry has called them. He has reduced them to 8. Ministry, he reduced them to 8.
But we adopt our own shire, our own sire.
Yeah, we have had the ego. After making noise for 2 or 3, what take him after?
We just create 1 more minute.
Good. To tell that these people are deceivers. Precious, they are deceivers. During the last media chat, somebody asked me about it. He said, you need all of them. They are working. Where are they working? Like that of blue economy. What has it brought to us?
We'll see the check out the economies within the
blue. What are they doing inside that water?
You know, say water na deep thing. So before you go find out the things where you go pick game for
no, at least by now, I have told that man, if you don't know anything to do, go and be fishing for us. We have water, all this lagoon, all over the. Go and be fishing. So that when we have fish, we say, okay, this minister, under your watch, Nigerians were eating fresh fish from our river.
That means